Welcome students. Myself P.P. Sutar, Associate Professor, Department of Chemistry, Gopal Krishna Gokhale College, Kolhapur. Students, in the previous lecture, we have seen the manufacture of pulp by using two methods. Now, today, we are proceeding for further processes. Now, today we are going to see what is meant by mechanical pulp and what is meant by chemical pulp. The first, mechanical pulp. Since most paper starts as logs, there is a significant amount of bark. The bark does not work well for making paper. So the first step in the mechanical pulping process is to remove the bark from the logs, and this excess material, that is bark, become a biomass energy source to help power the paper mill. In most processes, the logs are ground up using a giant machine containing rotating disc and a fixed steel plate. Usually, heat and chemicals are used to aid in this process. Due to the brute force nature of mechanical pulping, both whole and partial fibers are created. In addition, the lignin is not removed from the paper, and this gives the grey yellow color to the paper. Now, paper made from mechanical pulps are also known as ground wood papers. The mechanical pulping process uses significantly more energy than is produced by the biomass power generated by the bark. The benefit of this mechanical process is that there is a very little waste, as nearly 95% of raw material is able to be converted into the pulp. Papers made from the mechanical pulps are also known as groundwood fiber papers and are typically very cost effective. For example, the newsprint paper. Now, the second variety is chemical pulp. Like mechanical pulp, the process begins with whole logs. These logs are cut into the small chunk of wood that are about half to 1 inch long and in the thickness 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. This is done with the large scale of version of the wood chippers that landscaping companies use. The wood chips are then placed into a giant machine that combines them with the really hot water and the chemicals. This helps remove air pockets so that the chips will break down into fibers more easily. Next, the wood chips and chemical mixture is moved into a pressure cooker. The wood chips spend about 2 hours at nearly 350 degree Fahrenheit temperature. The combination of steam, chemicals, and pressure causes the chips to disintegrate. This leaves wood fibers and a liquid called black liquor. In the next step, this black liquor is removed. Then the remaining fiber is cleaned in a variety of ways and sometimes bleached to ensure its purity. The majority of waste in the processes is black liquor, of course, but these facilities typically operate in a closed loop system. The inorganic chemicals are recovered and reused for the next batch of the paper, while the remaining of the liquid, that is a natural biomass, is converted into energy to operate the plant. In most cases, these more power is generated than needed. So this creates an environmentally friendly power sources for local communities. Now the papers made from chemical pulp are usually brighter, smoother and higher quality than their mechanical pulp counterparts. Now let us see how the paper machine works. The paper machines are comprised of four primary sections, namely wet end, wet press section, dryer section, and calendar section. The primary purpose is to take the wet fibers, press them together, and dry them, and finally make them smooth. Let us see the first wet end section. The pulp is mixed with the water as well as additional fillers and additives and then pumped on to a belt. This belt is typically made up of mesh that encourages all of the fibers to go in one direction. Much like the wood, paper has a grain direction. The orientation of the fibers on this belt dictates the grain direction of the paper. This section of the paper making machine has at least one roller to push the fiber onto the belt to help make sure that the paper grains goes in the right direction. That is the work of the roller. Now the second section is wet press section. In this section, the pulp moves off of the mesh belt onto a felt belt. While the felt belt used to be made up of wool, the pulp moves through a series of high pressure rollers designed to push the liquid into the felt. As the felt rotates, it will go thoroughly through its own drying stations to remove the moisture from it. Now the next section is the dryer section. As the pulp enters into the dryer section, it has started to take the shape of the paper. This part of the machine views the web of paper through a series of heated rollers. Felt belts are also used in this part of the machine to give the moisture in the paper somewhere to go. Now the last section is calendar section. In this section, it uses the rollers mounted opposite of each other to put the pressure on the paper which is running through it and create a smooth finish. The more these rollers, the smoother is the paper. This is the diagram where the rollers are seen with their direction of rotation. They rotate oppositely and the paper is running between these rollers. Let us have the knowledge how paper becomes glossy. There are several ways to make paper glossy. These are supercalendaring and coatings. Supercalendaring used to add gloss to less expensive papers made from mechanical pulp, while coatings are used to add brightness and shine to higher quality papers. Now in the diagram, the four sections of the machines are shown. The first one is wet end, the next one is wet press section, then dryer section and calendar section. The coatings are added in between wet press section and dryer section. For the purpose of this, china clay as well as synthetic materials are often added to the papers to make them glossy. This coating is done, of course, in between wet press section and drying section. Not all coating add gloss. Coatings also allow papers to be used in variety of production processes, resist moisture and many other scenarios. Now, let us see the features of the paper. The terms gloss, glare, finish, and smoothness are used in describing the surface characteristic of paper. The broad term finish refers to the general surface characteristic of the paper sheet. Smoothness refers to the absence of surface irregularities under either visual or use conditions. Now, our Indian paper industry produces many varieties of papers, namely printing and writing papers, packaging papers, coated papers, and some special variety of papers. The varieties under printing and writing papers are cream glue papers, super printing papers, maplitho paper that is a non-surface and surface size, then copier papers, bond papers and coating based papers. The varieties under packaging papers are kraft papers, boards, poster paper and others. The varieties under coated papers are art papers, board, chromo paper or boards and others. There are approximately 600 paper mills in our India, of which 12 are major players. Now let us see how the economical condition of the Indian paper industry can be improved. The Indian paper industry can be more competitive by adding improvements of keyboards, roads and railways and communication facilities, the revision of forest facilities. It is required for wood based paper industry so that the plantation can be raised by the industry and cooperative of farmers and state government. The degraded forest land should be made available to the paper industry for raising plantation, and the imported duty on waste paper should be reduced. The duty free imports of new and second hand machinery equipment should be allowed for upgradation of technology in paper industry. With this, we have completed our topic paper industry. Thank you.